Okay, so if you're a new teacher, you know your to-do list is a mountain. And on that mountain is this required training on open education resources, or OER. It can really feel like just another box to check off, right? But what if I told you that little requirement could actually be your secret weapon for real targeted professional growth? Let's dive in and see how.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to reframe how you see these resources, then connect them to your actual growth blueprint. After that, I'll walk you through a super simple 3-step checklist to make it all work, and we'll wrap up by helping you figure out your very first goal.
All right, first things first, we have to tackle the biggest hurdle, and that's our mindset. It is so easy to see this OER training as just another thing you have to do. I mean, seriously, right? Another requirement? Look, I get it. The to-do list when you're starting out feels absolutely endless, and professional development can sometimes feel like a total chore, just something you gotta get done and move on. But here's the big shift I want us to make. What if this wasn't just about completing a training? What if it's about you taking control? We're gonna use this opportunity strategically to find amazing resources that serve you and help you build skills that are genuinely going to push your career forward. So, how do we do that? Well, we start with our growth blueprint, which is ISTE Standard 2.1. Now, if you're not familiar with them, the ISTE standards are basically the gold standard for using technology in education, and this particular one is the framework that guides all our professional learning. Think of this as our North Star. It's Standard 2.1, the learner. And it's all about the idea that our job is to be in a constant state of improvement. We learn with others, we explore what's working, and we use technology as a powerful tool to make it all happen. And this is where it gets really good, because it breaks down exactly how we do that. It gives us a clear 3-part mission. First, set a goal. Second, explore new things to help you meet it. And third, and this is so crucial, reflect on whether or not it actually worked. This is our blueprint. Now, a blueprint is fantastic, but we need to turn it into a system we can actually use. So let's get into our 3-step checklist. Step 1 is all about quality. Your time is your most valuable asset, hands down. So before you commit to any resource, you need a fast, reliable way to know if it's even worth your energy. Because let's be real, not all OER are created equal. So use this simple quality check. Ask yourself 3 questions. First, is it accurate? Are the facts solid? Second, is it relevant? Does this actually apply to your grade, your subject, your kids? And finally, does it have a clear connection to what you're actually experiencing in the classroom? If you get a yes on all 3, it's worth a closer look. Okay, so you found a quality resource. Awesome. That's the first hurdle cleared. Now for step 2, we're going to target a specific competency. This is where we shift from just consuming information to being laser-focused on our own growth. And these are our target areas. The ISTE standards show us all the different hats we wear. We can grow as a designer of lessons, a facilitator of learning, an analyst of data. You name it. These are the skills we can aim for. So you look at that great resource you found and you ask, which of these skills will this help me build? For instance, maybe you found a guide on using collaborative whiteboards. Well, that could help you become a better designer of techie lessons. Or it could help you as a facilitator leading a student project. The key is to name the specific skill you're targeting. And that brings us to our final step, step 3. And honestly, this is the real game changer. It's not just about learning something new. It's about building a portfolio that makes this whole experience a permanent asset for your career. Hey, remember that third part of our mission, reflection? See, it's not enough to just find a cool resource. The real growth happens when you stop and reflect on how it actually impacts your teaching, when you ask for feedback, and when you figure out what you need to tweak. And here's exactly how to document it. 1. Identify the specific competency, like Facilitator 1.2. 2. Link it. Connect it directly to that professional learning goal from Standard 2.1. And 3. Plan your reflection. How will you know if it worked? Are you going to journal about it? Talk to your mentor? Make a plan. It's key. And I promise, this isn't just busy work. What you're doing is creating a story of your growth, backed up by real evidence. Each time you do this, you add another piece to your professional portfolio. This is proof of your commitment. And believe me, it is incredibly valuable for your end-of-year review and any future career moves. Okay, let's bring this all home. You have the framework, you have the 3-step checklist. Now it's time to put it into action. Take a look at those competencies one more time: designer, facilitator, citizen, learner. Which one is calling to you right now? What is the one skill that could make the biggest difference in your classroom next week? Don't try to do it all at once. Just choose one small, specific goal. That right there is your first step on the path to becoming a truly intentional, lifelong learner.